Hey, how's it going? It's your guy King David, TrapMonster, TrapMonster.com. Here today I'm going to be talking about a really good topic, which is called How Different Are You? And I say all that because there's only so many different chord structures and builds and melody that you can do with any instrument before you somewhat sound similar to the next person who's making something. You know what I'm saying? And also, on the rap end of it, you have 22 Savage, 21 Savage, Future, Designer. Now, Future and Designer's a little different. I actually like Designer. I think he actually has his own style. Yeah, he do sound like Future a lot, you know what I'm saying? But his energy and how he present on tracks and just when you're watching interviews of him, he's just really, really hype and full of energy. And I think that's just truly who he is. But 22 Savage, I think that's some straight knockoff shit. You know what I mean? But that's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But to go back on topic, you know what I'm saying? How different are you when it comes to your production? Either when you're making beats or you rapping or songwriting, whatever you're doing. How different are you? And what makes you different? And how do you know that you're different? You know what I'm saying? So I had came across a little YouTube video right here I like to show y'all. Where they're talking about and explaining where it's not necessarily copyright infringement, it's just that sometimes it happens where someone next door or across the world may have the same idea, song idea as you, and you know, you release it thinking that you have some original stuff and somebody else has the same type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the drum pattern, the melody, the chord structure, or just the whole overall song and everything. You know what I'm saying? The arrangement and everything. So, and definitely now these days where there's a lot more music producers and artists now. And so, how different are you when it compares to because there's a lot now, due to technology, there's a lot more music producers than there were back in the day. And I mean by back in the day, like the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, you know what I'm saying? Where there wasn't that many, being able to make music at them points was a little bit more of a challenge if you didn't have the financial means to afford the equipment to be able to make music. Now it's so accessible. You have people trapping out the bandwidth, you know what I'm saying, pirating software. You have people who it's easy to purchase now. Software is very cheap, you know what I'm saying, compared to equipment that you would need back then to get up and going and laying tracks down. It's relatively cheap now to be able to make music. So it leaves it wide open for a lot more people, opinions and ideas, and be able to create a lot easier. And while they creating, they may be making something that somebody else is doing around the corner or, you know, across the way or whatnot. So I'm gonna play this video real quick and I'll let you hear for yourself the similarities in music. Not necessarily they copying each other, but maybe they just had the same idea at the same time and didn't know.
The top 10 sound-alike songs.
Slow down, you never grow old. She's a runner, rebel and a stunner. On them everywhere saying, baby, what you gonna?
For this list, we're choosing songs that haven't necessarily been tainted by lawsuits, but are considered similar in the court of public opinion. But we're not suggesting wrongdoing by any of the involved songwriters here. We leave it up to you to decide. We're all.
So you see what I'm saying? So it's just a really good topic, man. I think I actually wanted to talk about that because I like digging in my records. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all hear me throughout. Those who've been checking my content out, y'all know I have these records and shit. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot more in the closets and stuff. And I like sampling, you know what I'm saying? I really do. And there's some really good ideas and creative stuff in them, you know what I'm saying? But I don't sample. I may take an idea out of there and apply it to something else or do something else or whatnot to it, but I don't really sample, cut straight original material onto a track and then say, yeah, I make this beat. I don't do that. I used to do that, but I don't do that no more. So the thing is that it goes back to, like, I had a video about loops, and And in those loops, you get MIDI. You get MIDI a lot of times in these loop packs. You get wave files in these loop packs. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you get the FLPs and shit. You know what I'm saying? So how different are you when it comes to your music when you working with the loops and shit? Or you just creating regularly, you know what I'm saying, just off the top of your head, you know what I'm saying? You got a good song idea. How original is it? Because you got to think about it, it's only so many chord progressions you can do in this world and so many different type of melody you can do before it's ordained to sound like similar to something else. You know what I'm saying? So me personally, I like working with loops. And I've had a lot of people comment saying they use it in different ways. How I like to do it, I chop it up. I don't maybe use the whole loop, chop it up, redo it or whatever, build off of it, and maybe even take the whole damn thing out. You know what I'm saying? Take the whole loop out or keep it in there. You know what I'm saying? So, but the thing is how different are you when it comes to production? Like I said, I've seen a lot of people do videos talk about be different, be unique, this is and that. But when you have a billion people and not only about a billion people, but maybe about a few million of us are music producers, right? And we creating and we constantly getting these bright ideas and things like that. How similar is it to the next person that may have something? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard to be different in 2016 and beyond because, like I said, a lot of people have access to music and creating music a lot more. And I mean, hell, I got the iMachine on my beat pad. You know what I'm saying? On my iPad, and I'm sitting there making beats on my iPad now. So you don't necessarily even have to have a computer to make some music. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is that how creative are you? How different are you when it comes to your music? I think the differences in it is how you go about approaching and selling it and getting it out to the mass. You know what I'm saying? To the people. You know what I'm saying? I think you can have a different creative spin on that and doing that. But when it comes to the music itself, how different are you? When you got channels like this just showing you that there's a lot of similar things that's going on in music back then. And it's definitely happening even more so now because everybody want that particular sound. Or sound like this or sound like that. So you guys get in the comment box, man. Get in and let's have a nice little discussion about this because, hey, it's today's world. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's creating in the mind of the like of such and so or such and so type beat. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's doing this and doing that. So, but it's all sounding alike. So how can you stick out different from everybody else? I like to know. You know what I'm saying? So if you have a remedy or whatever, you don't mind sharing your content, throw it out there in the comment box, man. Let's talk about it. Let's see how different is people out here these days when it comes to their production. It's your guy King David. I am the plug. Till next time. Peace.